Greetings! Welcome to the Rough Cut. I'm Briana, and today on the Rough Cut's official inaugural episode, we're talking about the indie sci-fi slash superhero movie Fast Color. And if you're interested in seeing the movie, I recommend you stop now and go see it, or at least watch the trailer on YouTube. Some spoilers are coming, but I won't get too in depth about them. Now, I had first heard about this movie on Twitter and watched the trailer for it. The trailer was interesting because it seemed like it was going to be a dystopian film, but it was billed as a sci-fi superhero film. And I was all for that. I can't remember the last time there was a dystopian film with a black main character, let alone three. And off the bat, this movie had a great cast. Gugu and Mbatha-Raw from Beyond the Lights, Black Mirror, that San Junipero episode. And for you newcomers, the live action Beauty and the Beast, where she played the feather duster, is also in this film. And Lorraine Toussaint. Orange is the New Black. Lorraine Toussaint. Morris Chestnut's mama on Rosewood. Lorraine Toussaint. Yep, she's in there too. Along with Saniyya Sidney. Y'all may know her from American Horror Story, Roanoke, and or the film Hidden Figures. The talent alone in Fast Color was killing it. On top of that, they played 3 generations of strong black women. Oh, the intellect. On this review, I'm going to end it on a high note. So I'm going to get into why I didn't like the film in the first place. And it was mostly the ending. The ending blew me. I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but it was the most predictable, but not at the same time, right? Like, I'm all for films that do and don't have, like, happily ever afters, but this one, I wanted a happily ever after. And there was some of that, like, with the main character and her daughter, like, that was there, and they left enough space for there to possibly be a sequel if necessary, but also there wasn't a lot that could change things the way they wanted them to. It was just interesting, to say the least. As well, another thing I didn't like about it was the pacing of the movie. It was very slow compared to movies of that genre. Like, there were action scenes in the film, but it wasn't action heavy, which I liked. I enjoyed it. It was just the pacing was weird, right? Because, like, they would answer something and then something else would happen and go back, and it was too much. It was too much back and forth, and it wasn't consistent with just how everything played out. Things were rushed in the end, whereas, like, they took their time too much for a gradual build, and I didn't appreciate that. So for that, I had to ding it a bit. I didn't give it a 5 out of 5, but there were a lot of aspects that I did enjoy of the film, which I'm about to get into right now. So, sitting in the theater watching this film was like an out-of-body experience. I saw myself in some of the characters, and I saw my family too. And I truly thought that was the point of the film, other than literal black girl magic. It showed how we as black people, black women, really do A, hold it down, and B, do what is necessary to survive. That's it. That's the premise of the whole film. It also had messaging of the importance of family and sticking together, even when you want to leave and never come back after an argument. That whole camaraderie aspect was wonderful, as well as the family history that was incorporated throughout. Knowing your family roots and seeing the perspective of those who lived before you was great to see in the film. Fast Color's setting was off the charts too. It wasn't set in a specific time period, which I enjoyed because it gave viewers the chance to enjoy the story without looking for anachronisms the whole time. Having the setting be what I assume is the middle of the US also played up the storyline. It started out as a desolate, barren wasteland, but changed into an oasis over time, and I really enjoyed that. The aspect that made fast color was definitely the special effects. Kudos to the special effects team on this because they did that. I think some movies can go overboard with special effects that don't really do anything to the story, while others don't have enough effects, which hinders the progression of the story. Fast Color had just enough effects that it didn't eclipse the plot, it added to it. The effects made me appreciate the film more because it made the magic feel real, which I know is the reason for special effects, but it felt different for me. I was amazed seeing the magic that was done on screen. And I don't really get too amazed by CGI anymore. So this was definitely special. Also, the use of blue in Fast Color was amazing. There was blue in almost every pivotal scene, from the color of a bowl to the sky to the lighting in general was fantastic. It definitely continued to demystify the myth that black folks don't look good in blue, right? Look it up. There's multiple articles on it. Blue also has a meaning of spirituality and confidence and depression as well in film. Fast Color's use of blue added to the dialogue, location, and overall plot because it heightened the emotions the characters were displaying. And you could see the emotions all over their face because the close-ups were wonderful too. And so all that wrapped up into one indie film makes for a good time and a great story that had absolutely no plot holes, which was also a bonus because I love films that explain everything and not in a linear way, but it still doesn't leave you guessing too much. And for that reason, I give it a 4.5 out of 5 because to be billed as a superhero film, it wasn't really all that, but as an indie film, it was great. And I would recommend anyone to go see it because it will definitely resonate with you. And that's my